Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I'm here with another design team project for Rubber Stamp Tapestry. For today's project, we are going to use one of their peg stamp sets, and I said one, of their new release that just came out at the end of May. This one's called Lavender and Roses. Now, this may look familiar. Is another peg stamp set that they have where there is larger images, and that's the Secret Garden. So this is an excellent companion for that peg stamp set if you already have it. So you'll have the large and the small. There's a lot of items within the new release that are like that. So I do encourage you to check it out, and I'll make sure, as always, everything will be linked down below. So these are the colors that I'm going to use today. I pulled out my Desiree K inks, and I'm using Passionate Pink, Blue Lagoon, Tangerine Twist, Plum Punch, Grass Green, and Key Lime. I wanted the colors to be really bright. So I pulled a die out of my stash, and this is by My Favorite Things. And what's great is with the die, it has the words as one die. So this isn't two separate dies. So when you die cut this, you automatically get the two images. Okay, I said that too many times, but that's okay. So with the piece of paper that I had when I used one of the die cuts, because I did die cut it 3 times so I could make it a little thicker, give some dimension. I'm going to use that piece and just center it up. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not going to measure. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it there and just go around the outside with my pencil. I just want to have some definition of where these letters will sit. It's very faint. I didn't go heavy, but I think you can barely see it there. So only certain areas. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the peg stamps. Now remember, the peg stamps, they have a registry, like I was showing before. And that tells you how the stamp is going to stamp where you have that registry. So if you have it towards your thumb, then that image is going to sit up or be positioned the correct way, I guess, the way that you would look at it. So depending upon your image, you can turn it, twist it in your fingers. That's the beauty of these peg stamps. They may have smaller images, but boy, do they pack a punch. At least I think so. Okay. What I also love about the peg stamps is you can create your own pattern paper with any of the sets, and they're all universal. All of these sets can be just intertwined with each other. So I just like the versatility that they have. So you can see I stamped the image, back to the card here, I stamped the floral image in the Tangerine, the Blue Lagoon, and the Passionate Pink. And then now I'm coming in with the 2 greens, the Grass Green and the Key Lime. So there's these different colors that I'm going to pull in with the greens that came in this set. Now you can see I'm following those lines that I drew from the die cutout, the negative area there that was left. And I'm kind of following that line, that feel of where that thank you is going to sit. And you'll see why in a moment. So what you can see is, sometimes we put these shadows, like if you use your alcohol markers, we create these shadows around our words so that they can stand up. We do it in art journaling. We put these shadows behind our quotes so that they stand out just a little bit. I'm kind of looking to do that with the thank you. So I want to make it look like these florals are coming out and around it. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but maybe you'll see it once it's all together. I'm coming now in with the final color of Plum Punch. And of course, again, you want to make sure that you're going straight down onto your ink pad and straight down on your paper. I always rock, but that's okay. I just went over with another stamp, covered it up just a little bit, and with the letters, when they finally get on the card, you can barely see it. You let it go. We don't throw this card away. It's not going to be noticeable unless you point it out. I'm sure whoever would get this is going to love the card. So again, let those little happy accidents come in. They add character to your handmade card, your piece of art. So just don't stress over this. This is not a craft to stress over. All right? So I'm going to glue these two words down. And again, since I have 3 layers, it's going to give me some dimension onto my card. And you can see just how all of that stamping follows the line of the die cut. So it created its own shadow effect. I'm going to use a standard A2 size card base in black, and that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Usually my card bases are top folding. This time it's just going to be a side folding or side folding card. I pulled out my white gel pen just to add some white highlights to the sentiment. Now you could add your glitter pen if you have a shimmer pen, or the Spectrum Noir glitter or sparkle. You could just stick with these white lines like I'm going to. You can cover this with some glossy accents, or if you've got a glaze, and do some really great techniques with that sentiment. I did just want to keep it matte, and then this way those colors would be able to shine through. I actually wanted them to be the focal points. So I do hope you enjoyed today's project with Rubber Stamp Tapestry and their Lavender and Roses peg stamp set. Again, everything that I used will be linked down below in the video description here. I will encourage you, please go check out their website for all of the other sets that they have available and their new release that was just recently. I believe it was May 28th, if I remember. If you have any questions, leave those down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I hope everyone's having a great day. I want to thank you so much for stopping by and just spending a little bit of time with me and watching my video. If you haven't already, please, I would love for you to subscribe, be part of my group, and hit that bell so that you don't miss the next. Take care, everyone, but always remember what's most important. Always be creative.